set. The final day of the regular season, providing those final answers in the West as we get set for the play-in and the postseason beginning. Welcome to Game Time to Bill Cream alongside Steve Smith, Greg Anthony.
I got to say something
15 games. Yes, go ahead.
Congratulations, GA. We both got in 82.
Yeah, man. We played all 82, baby.
Low management over here.
I was waiting for the fist bump.
We got you. You played the minimum 65. You got 65.
Hey, as long as you make 65, that ain't bad. GA, you were saying this, man, as we got in on this Sunday, like this was going to be an exciting day of basketball. Yeah. It's going to be a crazy postseason, and we just got a little preview of it there.
Yeah, I tell you what, that Clippers-Warriors game, that had every bit the feel of a seventh game, of a postseason game. And the scary thing is those teams, one of them's not even in the postseason. And both of them, I think, have a legit chance to get to the conference finals.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm just so happy to see Kawhi back, just at the level he's playing. It's phenomenal to get a chance to see both these teams with the addition of Jimmy Butler and Kawhi, those two guys going on. Oh, and Steph and James Harden are pretty good as well.
Before his self.
But they're licking his lips when you see that drop cut.
And then that one I didn't think was.
This was a big one.
What a big one,
he
GA.
Balled.
Oh. So, the Clippers go on to win 124-119, locking up a playoff spot, meaning the Golden State Warriors are now in the play-in. Moving on to Denver and Houston. And Denver goes on to win 126-111, so they lock up the 4 seed. Nikola Jokic, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, finishing with those triple-double averages. Here he is post-game.
Oh, he is. I tell you what, give the Timberwolves a lot of credit. They are, I think, playing their best basketball of the season.
It's in the game. So, yes, he definitely is a shooter. Minnesota winning this one 116-105. They lock up the 6th seed. Let's hear from Julius Randle and Ant Edwards.
The way that this season has gone, just all the ups and downs you guys have been through, what does it just mean to get to this point now and get to the playoffs?
I mean, it was super important because 4 weeks ago, we all thought we was going to be in a play-in for sure. We just knew it was going to happen. So, we didn't know the possibilities and the outcomes. But, eventually it showed, and we was able to handle business.
All right, so this is how the West looks now. OKC and Houston awaiting their opponents. One of them could be Golden State, who dropped to 7th, and they're in the play-in. And then how about these matchups right here with the Nuggets and the Clippers and the Lakers and
Minnesota.
The
I like
that's
all
going to be a good series.
I like this.
So who stands out to you from what we saw today and between that matchup to get to 4 to 8? I mean, who really stood out to you?
I think the Clippers. I mean, the job they've done. Yes, Minnesota needed to win to get to the situation where they get a chance to play the Lakers. But I'm just going by what they had to go through throughout the entire season, and now to get Kawhi back to be able to get to this position, you had to hold on, and they held on more than hold on. James Harden and Norman Powell and Zubac did a phenomenal job to give them this opportunity.
Yeah, I would say the Clippers as well. And because of what they had, I mean, listen, they had the most meaningful game against an opponent who had a equally meaningful game, right, with Golden State. And they got Golden State's best shot because Golden State played well enough to win this game. And what they were able to separate themselves. We talk about the stars, they all perform. They dominated the backboard. Plus 18 on the glass in that game. And that's an area, if you're Golden State, that you have to be concerned about. But if you're the Clippers, to know that not only can we dominate defensively for stretches because of Kawhi and what they could do there, but they can also own the paint. And that's what they were able to do. Their second chance opportunities in that second half really was the difference in the game. That was an impressive performance. And to have your best players, Kawhi and James Harden, they showed up and showed out tonight.
So they finished the regular season with 8 straight wins. When you're talking about the Clippers here and being optimistic about them, are we just talking 1 round here, 2 rounds, or do you think potentially they could go all the way to maybe the West Final here?
It's a tall task playing against Denver, but a tall task for Denver playing against the Clippers. So, yes, after they win that series, they get the winner of 1-8. So, yes, for sure, they can make it to the Western Conference.
And seeding is not what it typically is because of the monumental moves that have happened over the course of the season. Think about the Lakers. They go out and get one of the 3 or 4 best players in the game, arguably, right? The Warriors go out and get one of the 3 or 4 most impactful players that was available. And if you're the Clippers, you could say, look, we got Kawhi Leonard, who's an all-NBA first-team defensive player of the year caliber type talent. So in essence, they brought him into their focus. He really hadn't been there all year until the latter stages of the season where he was able to kind of get into shape and also get back to playing at a level where it put everybody in their proper spots, right? He showed he could be equally as effective with Harden because that's a vital thing too. They both those guys are comfortable. They know what their roles are going to be. That team knows how they're going to play. That's not a typical lower-seeded team. No question they can get to the conference finals.
Minnesota, your thoughts on them going in the playoffs?
I love them because of, they have that guy, Anthony Edwards. I love DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And I love the front court they have. They have size and they're interchangeable, being able to play Randall with Naz Reid or Naz Reid with Rudy Gobert. And Rudy Gobert, the way he's playing, they're getting back to where defensively they're one of the top teams.
Yeah, Minnesota's a really good team, and we talked about this pregame before the games got going. The thing about Anthony Edwards, of all these guys that are in the postseason, he's the one guy that can still go to a level that he's not shown yet because of his age. So that can be scary, but it also speaks to the fact that he doesn't have the experience that some of these other superstars have. So we're going to have to wait and see how this one plays out.
It's going to be exciting. It is going to be great.
Rồi mũi nữa này. Rồi bây giờ sẽ móc nối vào đây nhé. Đấy, được một cái phần như này. Bây giờ mình lại chuyển sang màu len vàng nhé. Len vàng thì mình lại móc mũi đơn. Bây giờ thì mọi người cứ cho một mũi vào một chân cho mình là được nhé. Rồi móc tiếp vào. Mình tiếp tục móc. Đấy, mọi người sẽ móc những cái mũi đơn xuống. Luân phiên cho mình cho đến hết nhé. Mũi tiếp theo này. Rồi mũi tiếp nữa này. Mình cứ làm lần lượt như vậy là được nhé. Mũi tiếp theo.